We've picked it up all this time. Does he
I hope
actually...
we do. I hope we do, because he's got such a good Terminator. It's a spectacle for everyone watching, ourselves included. Hey! And we are gonna see it right there. You see a strong arm on the left. Over there is teleporting his way in with a shotgun to check. The amplification is not going to connect, but Asodimazze, jumped over the barrier.
No! All right, so here's one difference already. I don't know if he's taking the death grip. I think what Hitman has taken is the I'll be back breaker. That is a command grab that allows him to have different endings, and importantly, has a crushing blow attached for giant damage later in the game. And I feel like he's taken it instead of death grip, because every jump in, he's OSing on it. And I just think it has massive range, clearly.
Yeah, it must work. I think that it's actually a pretty smart idea, because he seems to be just using it as a consistent ender as well. He's gonna get the tackle. Yeah. Enough range to trigger that, and Cetrion gonna be taken down in round number 1, as we're seeing Serious Hitman come out the gate really explosively over here.
You see what I mean by he just is tenacious. He does what he wants! And that's now at least 3 command grabs. The 4th one that he lands should very well be crushing blow if that's what he wants to spend. We have to watch out now. Asodimazze, if he uses his breaker and then that KB lands, he is in big trouble.
He really is. I mean, he's going to have to hold on to that defensive bar as much as he can right now, because if he takes any unnecessary risks, it could be disastrous. Aso gonna check him, keeps himself safe with the deadly winds over there. The 1-1 gonna get confirmed into the amplified deadly winds to get more plus frames on that restand right there.
Both bars of meter have been spent to accomplish it though.
Oh my god!
Just gave himself, he saw the boulder and was like, you know what, I'd like to lose the round, please.
I mean, that was a great read from Aso as well, to just do the straight boulder, right? Enough damage to close it out in that round with a 4-2. I'll be backbreaker, and I believe that should be... did he do the backwards one yet? I'm not sure if he's got the KB.
I think he had it, but he's just looking at the meter. Asodimazze has breaker, and he doesn't want to just use the breaker. He wants to be able to get damage. This can be the real checkmate. However, Asodimazze, you'll notice the damage is very different here. We see anything from Hitman, and it chunks it down. Asodimazze has to spend meter, really, to compete with it.
Yeah, very true. I mean, Cetri... that is a mistake away if I've ever seen one right there on the...
The biggest problem is, by spending that defensive bar, his teleport's going to be nowhere near as useful. It costs defensive bar to maximize. He's not going to be able to amplify it on the other side. Asodimazze's just waiting.
The jump kicks back to back. He did not want to deal with that. You can see Aso running away, forward dashing his way through. The jump 3 is going to connect. And that is going to be game 1 going over to Asodimazze.
A real shame. The second that accidental breakaway happened, it does happen. Players will... I think it just comes down to the nature of the breaker input. Sometimes a player will just hit down and block right as they get hit, and it becomes a breakaway. That was exactly what happened there. And what lost the game for Hitman in that situation was his ability to compete in this matchup lies in the quick recovery version of that teleport, which you need to spend a bar of defensive meter on. The breakaway happened and he lost all that meter. And then how'd you get in now when you're weak?
Yeah, it just became that much harder. You could see that Asodimazze was really just scouting it out by constantly being in the air, looking for that jump kick to connect, looking for pretty much anything or any means to actually just check Terminator on the way out from the teleport. I mean, just being down on those defensive bars really did spell disaster for Serious Hitman in that game.
All about keeping your resources together. If Serious Hitman has nothing, he is not going to be able to compete with Cetrion at all. You know, she's going to constantly get that damage. She isn't the hardest hitting character in the game. That does change a bit with crushing blows, but that's kind of universal across the entire cast. But if she's able to just get free reign over the projectiles, keep away, whatever it is. Oh, there we go, though. Spend a bar. Get those plus frames. The read! What a read from Aso.
And that short hop right there, putting the mechanic to good use. Drop the end of the combo, though. The forward 2 into the I'll be backbreaker. Gets that backwards toss and scouted the back roll with the takedown off the running man right here. You see Serious Hitman going for the crossover. Didn't quite meaty.
Yeah, mistimes the jump in right there. A huge part of this knockdown game, especially off the amplify. Oh, gets the knockdown. Is jailing that jump in into a 50-50. Terminator has that low overhead game. One of the only characters that sports it. Has to watch out, though, because with Fatal Blow, Aso will be looking to confirm that into Fatal Blow now to win the round. Won't even do it. Risky.
I actually really like the idea, because Aso was consistently checking the teleports, or trying to anyway. And just the fearlessness, the takedown from the running man once again. And any hit situation for either player right now should close out this round. Asodimazze tried to be cheeky with it with the jumps again, but the drop from Hitman and the throw whiff. No punish from Hitman.
What's going on? Oh, you ever challenge an Elder Goddess with just a gun?
Rock, paper, shotgun right there. For serious Hitman. I mean, Asodimazze right now, you're going to see him use this ground shatter right there. Just the ground pound to try and establish the full screen damage, but the launch in the corner catch up. This is going to do a lot of damage and build towards that. The I'll be backbreaker KB.
Asodimazze not breaking that combo. There is a little bit of confusion there from me, because by having the I'll be backbreaker, you don't have the regular command grab, which is universal. That is Terminator's armor break. So by having this variation, Terminator can't break your armor. Uh-oh. A little bit of extra damage. However, Hitman still in the lead for now, and the resources are good. A knockdown creates a weird situation here. Asodimazze spending meter himself.
Now Hitman's got to be careful as well with the fatal blow on deck, but a nice anti-air drops the confirm over there. Might be trying to go for the LB backbreaker off the down one.
I'm sure of it.
Okay, Aso just playing it patient. The bait attempt again, but the 1-1 fatal. I don't think this is going to kill, but it's going to put him really close.
Only getting one hit out of that string is definitely going to make it do a little bit less damage. However, Hitman, I mean, he's going to teleport. The question is, what kind? No, he has no meter. Oh, no! Hitman! It just slipped through his fingers.
And the absolute belief from Asodimazze as well to let the entire string rock, knowing that low is going to trip guard. My goodness, tried to get a cheeky run in over there between the ground pound hits. Didn't quite work out. Ooh, if Aso had spent the bar over there, that could have been nothing. That could have been a real good KB for him.
Wonderful block on that overhead though from Asodimazze. A lead in so many of those so far. Hitman has to be careful here. He's taking damage piece by piece. Gets a little bit of movement on the knockdown, but it's not going to be enough to establish anything. No confirm from Asodimazze though. Normally got those on deck. There's the wait.
He was waiting for just that moment right there. Catch up. He's going to get this back throw. Put serious Hitman into fatal blow territory, but he is still in a very good position. That down two going to cleanly anti-air. And this time we're going to see the low option coming off that jump.
Right. I'll be backbreaker. Teleport game, the delay. Back-to-back teleports. They haven't worked so good. The retreat.
Smart choice. Oh!
The thumbs up.
What a call out right there from Hitman against the Hell's Wrath. Now, once more, this is not going to kill, but it's going to put Asodimazze in danger territory. Oh! Shotgun didn't have the meter to spend. Couldn't quite close it out. This is anyone's game at this point. No fatal blow for either player.
I can't believe it! I cannot believe it! Going in for the amplified teleport, Asodimazze able to compete with the down 4. They had the same idea. But Asodimazze just a little bit quicker on the draw right there.
Serious Hitman was one layer too deep as well. He back threw out the corner. He thought Aso was gonna forward throw him, or sorry, so normally, you know, you'd expect someone to forward throw you to keep you in the corner. In that situation, it really is a guess for game because the throw is gonna kill regardless. But I think Hitman might have gotten in his own head a little bit and been a layer too deep because he teched backwards, as per, you know, the mind game. But Aso just kept it simple, did the forward throw, got himself the game.
Did indeed. And it does mean that we might be one game away from Hitman being out of this tournament. The Terminator, it's been close every time, but there's a level of hastiness that Hitman brings forward that can be a real problem against this kind of character. If you're impatient against Cetrion, because she doesn't do damage, you're almost tricked into thinking you can afford to get hit a couple of times, but it adds up really quickly. And it's not just the damage you take. Often when Cetrion hits you with something, she's in a position to now do something else. A projectile that she is in range to do. More pressure if the tornado hits you up close. Same variation though from Hitman. This has to be his Cetrion answer, or, you know, do or die now.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it, you know, living and dying by the Terminator pick over here. In the top 8, we'll have to see if Hitman can pull this off to do himself proud. He's going to start things off with that takedown, only really taking some chip damage. That much of a threat in this game so far. He's going to get another takedown over here. Spend the bar as well for 16%.
For the jump kick just to mess up the timing. Some players do start flawless blocking that jump too, just so Terminator can't go for a overhead low mix-up.
Tried for the back one, just out of range right there. The jump kick OS going to work with the Hell's Wrath. 18% for Asodimazze, who's going to try and run away from this teleport. Doesn't even want to try and challenge it or do anything, you know, crazy against it. Oh, the neutral
challenge! Yo, that pickup from Asodimazze though, that's going to do good damage. Into more pressure. This is what I mean. It's not just the combo, it's what comes next. And there's always something that Cetrion has up her sleeve to get more damage. In this case, tries to tell about the corner.
Oh, the teleport in place? Cheeky. I wonder if that would have worked interestingly, but oh my goodness, okay,
No,
the
that was the
combo.
round! Oh,
That
Hitman
was-
execution has not been his friend today, Falcon. It really hasn't. So many missed opportunities could be sending him home early. Or
You think
keeping
it's
him
nerves?
home. Maybe. There's definitely been an element of, I think, EVO 2021 nature. Like, I know this is online, it's a different setting, but a lot of these players, their execution, which they normally don't worry about, is something that is bothering them. You can tell.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're playing their heart out right now. Asodimazze using all these deadly wins, spending both those bars as well just to keep him standing, keep up all that pressure. Seeing a down forward check right there from Hitman, who goes for the takedown. Aso tried to go for a jump just a little bit too late, though. Okay.
Ooh.
Traded instant jump 3 to challenge serious Hitman, and now Asodimazze just patiently waiting out that teleport. Didn't get the OS this time. Forced to break, and Hitman, oh, he got the 4-2 fatal.
There's the mix-up. There's the mix-up. So many jump-ins into low. Eventually, Asodimazze is going to get hit by one of them. And that fatal blow, an expensive resource to go with, especially seeing as the Albi backbreaker, apart from game 1, has not done much heavy lifting. Which has me kind of concerned, you know, because that means that you're playing without a major tool, as it were.
Surprised we're not seeing it raw, like, a lot more. He often ends up doing a lot of normals or pokes, or just kind of playing with the space or doing another teleport after every teleport. But we haven't really seen, you know, amp teleport command grab or anything like that.
Because Asodimazze has been challenging it with a lot of down 4s or just buttons in general to low profile. It has been the buttons that's been causing him problems. The projectiles are part of it, but the buttons are much worse. I think a common misconception about Cetron that she's all projectiles. She is in control everywhere on screen, and her buttons are a big part of that. Jump in. Oh, but no OS.
Yeah, couldn't get much more from it. You're seeing Asodimazze deal with these jump-ins, the attempts at going for a safe jump into a jailed 50-50, and Aso is just jumping to contest him on the way in. As it is not guaranteed, just not a safe jump, and that back throw is probably, okay, just under the amount of damage that he needs right there. Hitman with another chance at life right here. The back one gonna connect to give him some Oki. Chases that backdash, but the down 3 on wake up from Asodimazze to check him on the way in is gonna be all he needs to take that 3-0. Catch it, we've had 3 back-to-back 3-0s over here in EVO 21's top 8 so far, which is ludicrous because we've seen players go 3-2 so many times against each other, but this has pretty much just been one-sided between each set.